Hey, I just got off kitty sitting shift. Apparently, there was a code for 500 rubies from, I guess, some Halloween stream or something that I missed. Someone pinged me in the Discord, or pinged everyone in the Discord, and mentioned to type in the code because it was only active for 2 hours. So I went ahead and did that, and then I waited until the server reset, which was about half an hour ago at the time of recording. And they gave out the 10 attempts at the loot boxes. So I wanted to use those first before I spent any of my gems, and it gave me a bunch of trash, a bunch of dupes, which I used to level him up. He's pretty close to the cap now. And then I had like 600 gems left, so after like 3 attempts, it gave me her, and she's supposed to be like one of the best in slot meta characters, and it gave me her as well. I haven't checked her status on the tiers in terms of Altema, but I'll get to that later. So I spent a bunch of my resources and I just leveled her up. I don't know what her leader skill is. Oh, purple fighters by 25%. That's actually pretty damn good. So I could probably use her with Kyo. I don't think I have a third purple, so I would just have to use someone else. I have like no resources left to level him up, but let's check out his moves really quick. Billy Kane's always been a cool character. Yeah, I could see him being pretty good. I'll have to check what his rank is before I invest any further. Got a bunch of trash characters down here. I think the most embarrassing character I have is him. Because he's got the damn basketball from the actual KOF 98. And in that game, if I remember correctly, it was good for like Oki. But obviously this is a beat 'em up, and it's a mobile one, and doesn't have doesn't have the wealth of mechanics like on par with a fighting game. So this is basically just trash, as far as I know. So unfortunately, I'll probably never use him. I always thought he's one of the cooler like black characters in gaming, as far as I'm concerned. But unfortunately, he got the short end of the stick in this game. Let's check out my other purple here. Pretty classic move is charge. Is charge back forward. 100 hands. Explosive fart. Alright, maybe I'll invest into him next. So I believe I have some events with Terry I want to clear before I get started on the main content today. Reach level 50 with him. Alright, well these are pretty easy to do. Just dump him in the party and use some skip tickets. Yeah, I don't think I have him on the team yet.
No problem.
Alright, there's one. Reach level 50, I won't be able to do that for a while, unfortunately. Or the game could just crash, that's great too. I love when that happens. In the middle of explaining something and the game just decides to crash. People talk about how Windows 10 is unstable. This game is like, I can't even think of a game that crashes as much as this does. It's like I put a decent amount of money into this to try to get the a lot of the best in slot meta characters that I didn't have a chance to get when I was playing on the Japanese version. I hope they use all that money and improve these servers, because it's not acceptable for it to be crashing this much. It's one thing if it's like your phone or your PC can't handle it, you know. or it's like overheating or something. I can understand that, but like when you're just like navigating through the menus and it just decides it's gonna crash, like I find that to be pretty dumb. Alright, let's use a couple more. Actually, no, let me clean out the rest of his quests. I don't know if I'll be able to get him to level 50. I'm like running out of skip tickets. uh, that's definitely something I'll be buying more of when I get paid. But right now, I can't really do much. Alright, so these will probably take a while. So let's see if I can get him to 50, that way I'll have a good yellow. I don't have a good yellow right now. Well, actually, he's pretty close.
No problem.
I guess I overshot it a bit, but I can give those pills to someone else. It's gonna make me actually do this one because I don't have the, actually, I don't have the stamina for it anyway. Yeah, I'm running pretty low on stamina items, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna pop 2 of these. I'll focus on him later, I guess. Generally, it's better to just wait until you have all the days available, so that you can just kind of brute force everything. Sometimes get extra credit. So I think I'm not gonna mess with him anymore for now. Let's get her to level 70. It's definitely one of the better characters that I have. I just went through like 1.3 million in resources to level them all up. He's one of my better characters too. Let's see if I can unlock any good cores on him. Meter gain's always good. That's pretty much all I can do right now because I'm broke. I'm like broke in the game and broke in real life. Okay, so what I'm going to do for today is I'm going to try to get to 200 gems. And then I'm going to make a couple attempts at Iori. The more failed attempts I get, the better off I am, because I'll be able to get the pity one very soon. Probably like, I don't know if exactly when I get paid on Friday, but sooner or later. Alright, so let's put those 2 in, and then I guess Andy. And for Striker, I tend to roll with attack types, but there are definitely some good passive ones. He actually heals. I can't really heal normally in this game, so I hear that's pretty valuable later on. It would be nice to get Angel from the event, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I care. The game was nice enough to give me the best one, so I don't know if I want to push my luck. see why she's so strong. I think she has a passive where if you get hit, there's a chance you'll be frozen. And since the PvP in this is mostly just pay-to-win garbage, I can already see why she's so high ranked. Like, you can actually land like an honest hit on somebody and then just basically get a free burst. I guess it's like a proc chance or something. I did try the PvP, like I gave it an honest chance on the Japanese version, and I remember just getting destroyed by whales pretty much. Like, if I want a competitive KOF experience, I'd much rather play the real thing. Ideally, the game would give me one of the Orochi characters right now on this video, and then I could just use the rest of the free ones, maybe a little bit of my own personal money, and then just get both of them. But I know that that's not going to happen. The chances of that are very slim. It hasn't really given me anything from that group of loot boxes at all. Pretty much all been junk.
You win. Ready, go!
Yeah, I can make a car bleed. That's pretty damn awesome. When's the last time you said you could make a car bleed? It's actually helping quite a bit, the extra bleed ticks.
Mission clear.
Alright, I'm gonna finish the rest of this off camera because, like I said, my internet upload speed is really slow right now. I can't really do long videos comfortably at the moment. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go until I get 400 rubies, which will probably be another couple levels, and then I'll go ahead and make some attempts at Iori. I think I'm like 90 attempts away from just getting him guaranteed. So, it pretty much will happen at this point. It's guaranteed. Honestly, next month looks pretty barren for me in terms of gaming. Not really a whole lot happening that I particularly care about. It's the AAA season. Mostly just big name stuff that I have no interest in. So, I don't mind spending a little bit of money to get one of the best characters guaranteed. I did not get those chances on the Japanese version. Also, this whole sunk cost fallacy thing as well. I kind of have to get them right now to feel better. I really do like this game, though. I don't like how low the rates are. I don't like how all the popular characters are locked behind the fest system, which means they have total shit drop rates. But the game itself is very fun. It's right up my alley. You know, it's not like the deepest service game beat 'em up I've ever played, but the mechanics are more up my alley than anything else. Also, I talked to a lot of people today, and apparently it's either this game just works for you or it doesn't. A lot of modern or more recent mobile games just straight up don't work on emulators consistently. It seems like it may be one of those things where you just kind of have a rig where it works, or you don't. I am due for a phone upgrade at some point, so I think this game does have native controller support. I would not be against streaming it through my my device. I don't really care about mobile phones at all. I have the cheapest one possible. I don't really use it for much more than just answering emails and stuff when I'm out surfing the internet. That's all it gets used for. I have no games on it whatsoever, but if I could somehow run it at 60 FPS more consistently on the new one, which I'm supposed to be getting because my current one's falling apart, then I would not be against doing that. Seems like people like watching me play this for whatever reason. A lot of the other service games I played haven't gotten anywhere near as much attention, so I might as well ride with it if I can. I think this character's design looks dumb. The regular Kula actually looks like somewhat of an actual fighter. The other Halloween ones look decent, I guess, but not my thing.
Ready, go!
So I guess I just have one of those rigs that just can't run this game. It's just whatever combination of stuff that I have, which is kind of weird because I don't really have anything too crazy in my computer. Pretty standard, mid-high range stuff. I have a peak mid-range computer, basically. Like, still really good, but mostly consists of mid-range components. Like, not the best, but more than sufficient for what I needed to do. Which is mostly just play games, render videos. That's basically it. I could definitely see why she's one of the more sought-after characters. Like, Mukai, the boss from 2003, I think he can just, like, petrify you from the start of the match or something dumb like that. It's like if you could play as, like, boss versions of KOF bosses against, like, actual people. That's what the PvP in this feels like. Okay, so I need to level someone's affinity up. I might have food items to do that. On second thought, I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, but I'm gonna go through this and see how many rewards I get from clearing this page. I might actually get some good stuff from it. Won't take too long, probably another 5 minutes or so, maybe a little more with loading.
Ready, go!
Because there's an extra 300 rubies in there.
Great!
Sonetskin. Of course, he armors through that naturally. Yeah, take that extra dead body damage. Pissing me off. Ryo is kind of weak, so it's not helping much. Probably just solo this with Andy, actually. My other green characters are pretty weak, but I think that might be the better idea overall. That team might be a little better.
Ready, go!
I should kill him. Kyo's the wrong affinity for this, but he's one of my strongest characters, so kind of got to roll with him for now. The game's given me a decent amount of good characters, however, I don't have a good assortment of colors for each team.
Ready, go!
So, I don't really think I'll be spending a lot more resources on the Japanese version, but I'll try to get out some videos for some of the more sought-after characters. I do have a decent amount of them. I have like, I don't have any of the Fest characters because I don't have enough money to get them. I don't have the luck either. But I have some of the better, like regular 5-star, normal rate characters. I'll try to get out some videos for them. It's like this game isn't really much of a time investment. You can make decent progress on this just playing for like an hour or two, even that daily. But the financial part is more difficult, honestly. This game hasn't even been nice enough to give me stuff that I want for the most part until I've tried numerous times, so playing both versions at once is just something I can't logistically do. Yep, Orochinagi yourself.
KO. You win.
Looks like it's gonna make me do, like, everything. That's a bummer. I didn't get any freebies from clearing all that stuff. But I've got 5 attempts, so I think that's good enough for now. Let's check the rest of what I need to do. Oh yeah, this will take a really long time. That's not gonna happen this video. Alright, let's make a couple attempts here. Yeah, I'm 93 away, so I should be able to manage that by the time that it ends. I wasn't expecting to get Halloween Kula at all, so now I can fully focus on this one. But I know this is not going to give me anything. It's going to give me a bunch of junk. It's a 0.3% chance, so the odds are not in my favor in the slightest. But the more attempts I do, the closer I'll be getting to that pity one. I should be able to run through hard and then some of expert and probably get enough free ones to get him without spending much more money. So I would like to start putting out guides for the endgame stuff. And it'll be easier to do that in English versus the Japanese one, where I have more characters that are actually capable of doing it. Alright, last chance. Gonna give me, probably, I'm calling you either Choi, Chang, or Joe. Those are the ones you get the most. And, like, not the good ones, the crappy, like, 3-4 star ones. Wait. Alright, it's not Iori. Well, cool, I guess. At least it's something. Alright, let's check out her moveset. I think 2002 is supposed to be the better one, but I'm not entirely sure on that. But it's another yellow attacker, so that's actually pretty nice to have. I can probably run her with Terry and Takuma. She might not be viable for some of the endgame bosses because that's a grab, and this game does not have doesn't have grab cannon like DFO. To a lesser extent, Closers does have some grabs like that will actually still do damage. You don't get that luxury in this game, so I think they're supposed to be pretty good for like PvP because you can break someone's guard. But in PvE, just on the regular enemies and stuff, it's not as great. I'll have to check her ranking later. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I'll probably be playing this on the channel again. Either when my my upload speed gets fixed, or I make the last push for Orochi Iori. And then I'll pretty much have a lot of the best characters in the game right now. This account is actually... I wouldn't say it's as balanced, but I have some of the more meta characters already after just like a week and a half of playing. So that gives me more reason, incentive to just stick with this version for now. But if you guys would like some footage of some of the Japanese-only characters, obviously we're missing like a huge chunk of the roster right now, you guys can go ahead and let me know, and I'll work with what I have when they do give me some free rubies, or I have some extra money. I do have a big paycheck coming from ad revenue on the 10th. Then maybe I'll invest a little bit in there and try to get them, but I think it's probably better to just fully transition over to this one, because that way you guys could actually read what's going on and won't have to Google Translate or anything. Anyway, well, that wasn't too bad, actually. I did get like 3 characters today. None of them were Iori, but I'm very close to having him. He's in my grasp. I'm on the cusp of getting him soon. Probably as soon as I get paid, I should be able to push through, and I'll be grinding a little bit more tomorrow to try to get everybody else as well. Thanks for watching.